This is the battle that everybody has been waiting for. What is the best home automation platform? We're not gonna talk about the undercards, so we're gonna focus on the main event. Josh versus Control4. Get you some snacks, show's about to start. Hey Josh, turn off the lights. All right, so let's talk about the contenders. Control4 versus Josh AI. Two platforms that allow simplicity in the home automation industry. Today, they're gonna battle it out. Let's talk about the stats of the first one. Control4 has been in the industry with almost 20 years. They are a almost bulletproof home automation platform with IR, IP control, Zigbee, contact relays, a lot of integration and multiple user interfaces. Simplicity brought to you in an app. Josh AI, they came into the industry around 2015 and revolutionized the industry. Originally, they were a voice control only automation platform, but in the last few years, they made big leaps, added user interfaces like their own touchscreens, like their own handheld remotes, and their app is amazing. Check this out. Hey Josh, it's game time. Since the infrastructure of this system is Control4, we're gonna start with Control4. Control4 is a software and hardware manufacturer. They make their own remotes, they make their own light switches, their own matrices. They're part of a big corporation that is leading the industry when it comes to speaker brands and audio video devices. So this house is fully automated by Control4 with Josh on top of it. Let me give you everything that is in this house, right? We have multiple rooms with audio, multiple rooms with video. This right here is a perfect example. This is the game room. Here, we have multiple displays, a surround sound, thermostat, lighting control, door control. Almost every single aspect of home automation has been used in this room right here. Control4 allows us to come up to this touchscreen and control things separately, to change the channel, to combine the TVs and send the same video to all TVs, turn on the lights, turn off the lights. It does have some custom scenes created to where we can actually walk up to this keypad and hit one button and multiple things happen. The lights turn on, the TVs turn on, selected channel goes into it, whatever the custom programming may be. Now let's talk about Josh. Josh was layovered on top of this project to grab all of the devices that were already under the Control4 platform, and now it allowed us to put a Josh Micro in this room and just send commands like, hey Josh, it's too bright in here. You notice that a simple command like that can actually control the lights and dim them down. You might have seen a slight dim on the lights. Not only that, but the actual Josh becomes a knob to where whenever I turn it up and down, it can actually turn on the lights on and off. It does have integration like that when it comes to volume. You can turn the volume up and down, you can turn your lights up and down. And the simple thing about this project is that we just grabbed Josh and laid it over Control4 so it can have simple commands like that one. Other examples, you can walk out of this room and say, hey Josh, game over. Okay Josh, game over. One command is gonna turn everything off, turn off the lights, turn off the televisions, and even if I wanted to, turn off the thermostat. This is one of those examples where these two devices can actually, or these two manufacturers can actually battle it out. When it comes to handheld control, Control4 is going to be easier. Coming up to a touchscreen, changing channels, grabbing a handheld remote, changing channels makes it very easy. All right, so it's not a fair battle because like I mentioned, this was a Control4 project first, but I do want to highlight the Josh's app. They both have their app, but one of the biggest difference is the actual integration and control that you can have from your hand on this device. One of the things, obviously, I can send commands from here. Turn off the game room lights. Boom.
You got it. Game
Simple
lights are now on.
control. From here, I can actually add scenes. Let me turn on the lights. Hey Josh, turn on the game room lights.
Sorry, I'm not sure which lights.
Goofy mistake there. I don't have to say, hey Josh, to this device, but that one actually hurt me. So it turned on the lights for me. Thank you, Josh. As I was saying, simplicity on the app. I can actually look at the created scenes, These are all created scenes by the clients, but I want to show you how easy it is to add stuff into the system. We're going to add a scene. We're going to create a custom scene, create content for the best YouTube home automation channel ever. Sounds good. We're gonna create the scene, and then from there, I can choose. Look how cool that was. All I did was put YouTube in it, and Josh already knew what I was talking about. We're gonna go next, and then from there, I can actually add an advanced editor. And all I have to do is just type in my scenes. This is simple custom integration at your hand. From here, I can also see status of the entire house. So I can go based on a map and select upstairs, downstairs. If I go to the second floor, I can see all of the rooms. I can see light status. I can see if anything is actually playing in the room. So big ups to Control4.
Control4.
Wait a minute.
But I do want to highlight
The Josh's app.
I have to apologize.
for now. All of this stuff is just hardware. Really, the brains is at the rack. So let's go check that one out. This is the brains of the operation. This is what's powering this entire house, and this is what's going to actually settle the debate. Who is better, Josh or Control4? If we start at the top, as you can see, this is the networking of this rack. We do have a network rack and security rack and an audio video rack. On this rack over here, we have our controllers. And as you can see, we have matrices, receivers, amplifiers, Roku's, a bunch of stuff. But these two are actually the only devices that are part of the home automation system or part of Control4 and Josh AI. These are their controllers. Keep in mind that you can just do Control4, you can just do Josh, or you can combine them for an overall better experience. So it's time for me to actually settle the debate. What do I actually think on what's better? And before I do that, let me just tell you a few things. Control4 has been in the industry for about 20 years. So they actually have integration with more devices, older devices, IR, IP, Zigbee, SR260. They have a lot more integration with older devices. Josh being the new kid in town and most of their stuff being IP based, they're more steered and integratable with newer products. They can control your Sonos, your Lutron, your Denon, all of your smart stuff. And they're slowly but surely releasing more and more drivers. But as of right now, what we like to do, it's built a control, or still have a Control4 controller in every Josh project we do to make sure that those things that Josh is unable to do right now, we still have a secondary option to give our client the full potential. Now you do get to choose which is your primary, and now that Josh has their own touchscreens and touch panels, we'll be doing a lot more Josh only projects, but this one was a duo. And to settle the debate on who wins this, you have to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned.